Welcome, Wargamers, to another YouTube channel video, where today I'll be doing another, albeit very brief, build me an army worthy of Ugluk Scouts. The reason this is brief is because I've only used this army once before, in a bat which I'll try and remember to link below, so I don't know the best build or exactly how to use it yet. So why use it? If you've watched my 3 most recent build me vids, you'll know that 2019 I went very competitive at tournaments, and won a few too. So this year I still want to do well at events, but with theme over competitive, and challenge myself with more fun lists that aren't as obviously competitive, like the Serpent Horde, Angmar and Lake Town, which are renownedly and universally acknowledged to be good. As mentioned, as per the title, I'm going for Ugluk Scouts. What better army to go for than a Legendary Legion when prioritising theme, with an awesome set of army bonuses too. It could generally do quite well at the right points level. The bat rep I used it in was 500 points, and it felt like I had a lot of good potential. The tournament I'm using this at is on the 22nd of February. It's 400 points, escalating to 650, which I think is around the sweet spot. Battle of Borough-Dur is the name of the event, and it's a 4-game event. Good and or evil, 2 games at 400 points and 2 games at 650. A potential of all original 12 scenarios and the 6 new ones, so that's why I haven't meticulously designed this list. I'm more just gone for what I already own. What I mean by that is, if you know what scenarios are coming up beforehand, you can sort of make the best build around those to give yourself the best chance, whereas we don't know, it could be any of the random 18 as far as I'm aware. So obviously with an Ugluk Scout list you have to start with, and has to be the leader, Ugluk himself. That, as per the rules, as you all know, my camera by now doesn't focus on things right in front of it, but that's fine. So there is Ugluk, the main leader. I also have Malher to benefit, to give all the Oryx the 8-inch movement. I then have 8 uruk-hai scouts, who are obviously upgraded to Marauders because it's free in the Legendary Legion. 8 with shield. I've got 1 with banner, which you'll have seen in my painting video that I got him done in, and 4 with bow. There. And obviously that's not all, so I have to go, well, I don't have to, but it'd be silly not to. I went for the Orc contingent. If I was playing it really, really themey, I probably would introduce the Orcs when it escalates from the 400 to the 650, so just have the Oryx in the first 400, so it's like Grishnak and Snaga meet up with them later on. But it's already a Legendary Legion, as a few people have already pointed out to me. It's themey enough as it is. So, I want to make use of the +1 to wound, which we'll get more onto later. So, I've got this new guy, who is not painted yet, because he only came through the post just yesterday, so I've got a week to paint him. And I was obviously Grishnak, a far cry better model than the original metal, which I have here, which I was more than prepared to use. So if I don't get him painted, this one will be coming out, but I'm sure I will. So Grishnak, and he's leading 12 orcs with shield and spear, which, yes, is power gamery and horrible, but you know, it's themey enough as it is. I found in my bat rep that I was really lacking in spear supports, but I'll get more into that as the reason why later. So that's the 400 point section, is just the that bit there and the warband down here. So when we got to 650, I'll be introducing this awesome guy, the 2-handed uruk-hai scout captain, because he's just too cool not to put in. The uruk-hai drummer, because I have quite low defense across the board. He can get me up in people's faces faster. And finally, the other new one in the dual blister pack is Snaga, who I had started converting, hadn't quite finished him, and then they announced this guy was coming out last week, so he will have to be painted this week too. And then also adding in 4 uruk-hai scouts without war gear, 3 with shield, and 4 with bow. So basically another warband as well. So that takes me up to 650, this whole board in front of me here. Competitively, I'd probably drop the 2-handed captain and go full maximum troops to fully overwhelm my opponent, but he's too cool, and like I say, it's more about the fun, and I've already got the spears and shields dude, so that's dirty enough. This army has really high strength. It's got the +1 to wound army bonus, so when you have an Orc and an Orc in the same combat, not including spear supports, they get +1 to wound both of them basically. So that's pretty awesome. They also have their 8-inch movement, the oryx that is. You can heroic march and drum on top of that, so I think you can get a 14-inch movement with them, which is absurd. And they're woodland creature, so they can do that through the woods, which could be really handy if the tables are full of terrain, which hopefully they are. It does lack in defence and higher tier heroes to deal with the big threats, but I can get in their faces quickly, and my heroes have really high strength with the plus 1 to wound bonuses, so I literally just need to get lucky in winning a couple of those fights, and I could probably take out those big heroes with a couple of good rolls. So a bit of luck involved with this army, but we'll see how it goes. I should be able to outnumber anything that has a big hero anyway. Like I say, the only thing I've gone more on the competitive side of is including the spears and the shields on the orcs. As in the back rep, my front line of scouts were lacking that support. Yes, the spears don't help towards a +1 to wound, but what good is that bonus when you don't have enough dice to win the fight in the first place? But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Sorry if I sound out of breath and a bit rambly, but it's literally had to squeeze this video in quickly. I really wanted to do it before the tournament and not have to do it afterwards. So sorry it isn't massively in depth with lots of tactics around the army, but like I say, I've only used it once. What I will do is do another video, or potentially another two, which includes footage of the tournament in London, and either this in the same video or separate video, a review of the event, and go more in depth about the army, the good, the bad, what worked well, and what I'd change if I were to use it again, and indeed if I would actually use it again at all. But until then, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe up in the top left, check out the back rep down below of this army, and tune in for the next few videos. Thank you very much.